Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I'm your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to the library of Ruina, where today, Hokma's realization released. Before he even had his third abnormality. Which, by the way, has also released. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So who do I have? I have Nikolai, because of course I have Nikolai. I have Maxium, because of course I have Maxium. I've got Zhao, because I couldn't think of anything better. And I've got Artemis as the purple tier, because the purple tier with all this blocking crap belongs on Hokma's floor. So without a doubt, let's try and see what the blue star is all about. Well, this looks fun. We're not even fighting the blue star itself. We're fighting a shrine to the blue star. Here and the outside, there are fanatics everywhere. Sigh, it wasn't easy having to deal with it sucking up employees. No kidding! If we don't stay sharp, we might get dragged. We might be dragged to that place. If your faith in a certain thing is strong enough, your mind will not stray for other temptations. We're all sinners. We have to return to that place and cleanse ourselves. Worry not, you're simply going back to where you belong. Where the hell's that? We're all sinners. We have to return to that place and cleanse ourselves. Wait, do you only have two things to say? Really? I figured you would have more than just two things. Huh. I mean, alright. I can hear the sound of the star. Uses a special combat page on the scene. Uses a special combat scene on the scene when the shrine to the blue star uses a mass attack page. If the character's stagger resist is 40% or lower, instead uses a page that causes the character to self-destruct. Martyrs. If there are less than 4 worshippers present at the start of the scene, a worshipper is spawned. Right, okay. What's this then? Scared? Cannot be targeted, immune to status elements. Fair enough. Makes sense for a shrine. Sound of a star. Starting with the third scene, the shrine to the blue star uses a mass attack page every 3 scenes. Into the star's embrace. If a character is staggered, kill them and lose 10% HP. Does that include my own characters? The blue gleam of hope. If a worshipper dies from the effect of Into the Star's Embrace, all librarians recover stagger resist and all worshippers take stagger damage. Okay, fair enough. If a librarian dies from the effect of Into the Star's Embrace, all worshippers recover stagger resist and all librarians take stagger damage. Okay then. So the goal is to stagger them to death, and you started in blunt stance, which ironically is actually the staggering stance, so that actually works quite well. So are they ineffective? Okay. So it's random what they're weak to, is what I'm seeing. Alright, we got some really bad rolls initially, so let's just see how this works up going. Good. Nice. Whatever. Oh, I've also got Za, which means they are taking whatchamacallit. Stagger damage from burn. Which will be very effective. Man, they really are fatal to that one particular whatchamacallit resistance, aren't they? Of their choice. That 3 paralysis next turn is probably going to be really bad, isn't it? I bet. But you know what? Screw it, I'll take it all the same. Alright. Let's do this and see how it goes. Nice. Shame. Dodge. 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 Whack. Whack. Nice. Unfortunate. Actually, not unfortunate. Completely expected. Block. Block. Whack. Okay. Now then, what do I want? Deal and take twice as much stagger on reflect. That seems the most useful right now. And I can give it to little miss all the crap. Summation 20. Change on use. All allies recover 10 stagger. Change target stagger resistances to fatal for next scene. That's rather extreme. The fuck are those cards? On hit, this character dies. Change stagger resistances to fatal next scene. It does say on hit, this character dies. So, theoretically, if they don't hit, they don't die. Okay. I have no idea how effective this is gonna be, but let's give it a go all the same. Well, of course you'd fail. Goodbye. Good job. Good block. Nice. Nice. Whack. Whack. Okay, very ineffective, but who the bloody hell cares? Nice. Nice. Right. We don't need to do physical damage in this particular one. So let's go with the 13th bell and give it to Maxium. Why is there so much bullcrap trying to target him? Wait, so you don't die if they don't get staggered, is that what I see? So in other words, I require to stagger them in time. Makes things a lot more interesting, to say the least. That little tidbit of knowledge. Let's just see how effective this ends up being. Swing! Swing! Block! 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 Whack! Unfortunate? Perfectly fine. Awesome. Mega awesome. Silence. Okay. Add silence page to hand. Cost 3. Take 25% hit. Inflict 5 bind to all other characters. Add an amplify. That kind of does nothing. Really, but I'll give it to you, because why not? If a character is staggered, kill them and lose 10% HP. Well, that thing's staggered and you haven't killed it. Is it because it didn't die on your turn? Oh, silence and amplify are both blocks as well, which makes things kind of nice. He is going to do the big giant ability next turn. Meaning first, you require to... whatchamacallit. You require to leap so that you can get a card. And you can do it on that guy. Well, that guy's attacking you anyway, so you can counteract that. You have 20 whatchamacallit, so you could theoretically ground smash. Although there's not any point at all. Because of the simple fact that this thing here is going to get... There's actually no guarantee that thing's going to get staggered. Actually, now that I think about it. Let's see how this now goes. So, guys, go. Dodge. Dodge. Perfect. Whack. Bigger whack. Nice. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Guys, roll better. Right, now the big ability. Which dice are you attacking? This one, which I can literally just use a concentration to get through. Theoretically, I should let you kill yourself so that you create the extra burn for everyone. But also not exactly the best idea either. I love how you've got 30 stacks of burn on you as well. Can I just say that? That is just hilarious to me. Zhao's stupid effects are really building up this turn. Alright. Can't really think of anything else I can do this particular turn, so let's just go with this. I swear, if them burning so much is what basically causes them to perma-stagger each other, that would be goddamn hilarious to me. So, right. So we just had a lot of burn just happen then. We all return to that place someday. It's an instinct. Oh, I haven't been reading this. Have you said different things depending on when people died? You know, I could just make you ground smash right now. And the chances are you will probably stagger this goddamn fella. So you're about to get staggered thanks to Will of the Prescript. And then you'll be able to send that burn to everyone else. All we need to do is stagger enough people at this point. Now is also a perfect time to Serpentine Barrier, because you've got how many attacks on you? Next scene, it's going to do the big, giant, massive ability, is the thing. So next scene is when I need to use concentration, just to have a chance at, you know, doing the stagger required to it. You're staggered, you might get staggered from the amount I'm attacking you. You're likely hurt, at the very least, because you're fatal to the stagger, and it's Maxium. So, yeah. Don't know what's gonna happen about you, though, but let's just go and see. And whack! Ooh, 60-odd stagger. Not quite enough, actually. Unfortunate. You got staggered due to block. That's amazing. And now the giant burn stacks are gone. Actually, doesn't that mean you're gonna die next turn? Meaning it'll die, meaning all I need to do is stagger that one. Potentially. Big potentially. Honestly. But just in case, first, I want you to hit that one, just to confirm it's staggered. You can also hit this one. That one is gonna get staggered because it's getting mass attacked. This is gonna be a short episode, isn't it? This is gonna be a very short episode. Because I'm not doing the realization this episode. So, yeah, let's just start off with this. Fiery burn of death. Block. Block. Nice. 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 Whack. Big whack. Just to confirm it's staggered. That one's definitely staggered. And we win. Wow, this is going to be an extremely short episode. I haven't hit my usual marker time for these episodes. And it's all... And... Christ. Christ. Martyr. Add a martyr page to hand. Cost 1. On play, for this scene, deal 2 to 4 bonus stagger damage with attacks, but take 2 damage after a successful attack. Interesting. So you want someone who can heal themselves with that. Penance. If any character is staggered at the start of the scene, they take 3 to 7 damage, and all allies gain 1 strength for the next scene. Multiple staggered characters do not give more strength. I can see that being useful. Nostalgic sound. All allies. All allies deal 2 to 4 additional stagger damage for this scene. The effect of this page activates every 3 scenes afterwards. Oh yes, thank you, my saving grace. The cutscene. Oh, you're gonna what allows me to take this video over 20 minutes, aren't you? Ha 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 ha! Thank you. Alright, Angela. This is your first time on Hokma's floor. And we even have the voice acting available. Awesome! You're making an appearance here more frequently than I thought. I don't enjoy you. I don't expect you to enjoy my visits. You are free to think whatever pleases you. So, what is your business? There's something I'd like to hear, Hokma. Is it something that the director of the library is unaware of? What would that be? I want you to tell me what you think of this place. Are you here for insignificant advice? I won't press you if you don't feel like giving a response. As seen from my eyes, this is a purgatory. You don't see it as a plain hell? The moment the guests sign the invitation and step into this place, they are quantized and copied. It is a preparatory step for their lives to be unraveled in the form of books. Even if they meet their demise here, they do not actually face death in a true sense. Because this is akin to a virtual space where simulations take place. You know it well. They merely pass into eternal slumber, forfeiting their memories and knowledge. Angela, what stops you from letting them go? The fate of the guests' lives has yet to be determined, and I presume it is because you are still hesitating. I wonder, why can't I let them go? Why I hesitate? Our being is made up of the light, including myself. That's why we are unable to leave the library. We simply cannot exist outside of this place. And I want to break this constraint. All of us here could be given a new life, or we could all perish. The outcome will be either one of the two. Have you ever thought that the weight of the two extremes are too burdensome to bear? I'm not sure. Still, this is the path I chose, so I've decided to see the end of it. Is there any way to navigate this infinite space without getting lost? Where are the books that hold significance? Where is the book that I need the most? Is that book truly what I need? Does it exist at all? In this vast void of life, the only compass one can rely on is faith. Without faith, you cannot proceed, even if there is a way. Because you don't know what dangers might be lurking in it. Indeed. And every person seeks their own version of the single perfect book that must exist somewhere. Is your faith in it still adamant? Maybe. You lack certainty, unlike when you first began the journey. Why is that? I don't know. I'm not even sure if I really know myself anymore. Do you believe it exists, Hokma? My opinion is not relevant. I suppose not. Angela, the essence of religion is faith. That one book can exist because of the strong faith that it exists. When that faith crumbles, so too shall the library. It exists because I believe so. It is evident that the extent of faith differs on an individual basis. For this instance, a lunatic's faith will always be true to them, no matter what anyone else may say. It's not that one believes in the existence of something. The belief is what brings it into existence. And when one's faith is broken, their soul expires in most cases. Things that have lost their reason to exist because people no longer believe in them shall disappear. You, however, remain strong. You believed in Sir Aelin just like I did, and even when your faith was betrayed, you sought to start anew on your own 2 feet. Perhaps your wish wasn't limited to freeing yourself. You mayhap want all of us, librarians and even abnormalities, to lead their own lives rather than bind themselves to a role on an artificial stage. You are a sadist. You're trying to release nothing there onto the world. You are going to doom this planet to eternal death. Congratulations. Not even an army of colors could take on nothing there. Probably. Maybe. Depends if we use the Lobotomy version of the Library of Ruina, or the Ruina version. Really. You know? So that they can live in true independence, without putting their lives in the hands of Carmen, Aelin, or anyone else. You're being gracious towards me after all that's happened? It's up to you to interpret it. Ironic, is it not? Sir Aelin and I irresponsibly created you and gave you life. And now you are irresponsibly trying to give life into our hands. Say what you want, but you're still going to stop me. That depends on your decision. Until then, I shall trust you and wait patiently. I'll be going now. Well, I can't even do that today anyway because I need to go fight the goddamn rabbits again because of course I do! Why do I have to completely realize Netzach in order to get Hokma? And yet, I needed to do She Said to get Binna, Gubara to get She Said, Tibereth to get Gubara. What is that complete order of bull? Out of interest. Well, in all honesty, they released a new general invitation, so let's see what it is. Rusted chain link. Okay. Interesting. It's Urban Plague, which means it's kind of dead and pathetic, and it doesn't stand a chance against me. Deal +1 stagger damage against enemies with bleed. That's kind of nice. Open wound already exists. What's this crap then? On use, inflict 1 bleed to self next scene. Restore 1 light. Alright. You're soft. Inflict 1 bleed to self next scene. Inflict 1 bleed. frontal dodge. That doesn't look actually that bad. Even for an Urban Plague, it's got relatively high numbers. On use, inflict 3 bleed to self this scene. All dice on this page gain +2 power. I mean, not too bad, but... I mean, it still doesn't stand a goddamn chance against this team, you know? Against the right team, you know? So you know what? Speaking of right team, Gabara, let's murder them. Well done, Gabara. There's one. And slice. And onrush just kills the day. Not sure what I expected. Moving on. Jikan. Dice gain +1 power for every 5 stacks of bleed on self. That's interesting. Huh. Inflict 5 bleed to self this scene. All dice on this page gain +3 power. Weird. Okay. Right. You are planning to wimp out already, are you? Why do we have to do all this just to deal with the Kurokomo? Alright, go. Nice, 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 nice. Awesome, awesome. Epic. Right, let's have you use Roll of the Wolf, because you're all by yourself. And then... I don't think you need that, because you don't take damage, so I'm going to go with Instincts. Oh, but then we get this. So let's go with Vampirism. Wow. These guys are pecked. These guys are pecked. Yes, pecked. That's the word I'm going for. Alright. Let's see if they survive. Shall we? I have my doubts. Quite frankly. Yep. And that is why we have an onrush. Well, not sure what I think of that. That was very meh. I mean, granted, the gimmick of inflicting bleed to yourself is kinda interesting. Because bleed wears off every attack, doesn't that mean the dice power with inflicting bleed on yourself will not just get weaker and weaker because of the fact that you've lost a bunch of your bleed. So in order to get... So you would get that +1 power for, like, maybe 1 attack, maybe? Ish? Or something? I mean, granted, the fact that a general invitation's just an urban nightmare isn't surprising in the least. Or an urban plague, even, sorry. Isn't surprising in the least, because once you hit urban nightmare, you're kind of getting to elite status and no one wants to fight you. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to think of the new General Invitation. It was kind of... I mean, the General Invitations have basically always just been urban plagues. So, expecting them to be any more is maybe a bit much to ask for. The gimmick is there, but, like, it's mostly the twist wound I see being the decent part. Rather than this sublinate, because of the fact that you can't really use it very well, if that makes sense. Well, anyway, that's the end of the episode. So, everyone, it looks like, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.